Hi Fulham fans, and welcome to your end of year Fulham Quiz. That's right, it is back. We brought it back. For those that don't remember, during the first lockdown we did a series of Fulham quizzes as there wasn't much to talk about, games, as they had all been cancelled due to COVID, and we thought, hey, as it seems to be being cancelled again or postponed, whatever you want to say, due to COVID, we thought, hey, let's bring it back. Let's get our Fulham brains going. Let's keep ourselves occupied. And hey, as it's the end of the year, it made perfect sense to do an end of year Fulham quiz. So very, very excited about this. It's a little bit different from last time. Last time we'd do a series of different rounds, 10 questions each time. I'd give you a little break after each 10 questions. And then we'd do the answers at the end. This time it's just going to be 30 questions, all Fulham general knowledge. We'll then take a little break for you guys to deliberate, to argue over the answers, to maybe grab a drink and something to eat, and then come back and we'll do the answers. So like I said, a little bit different this time, but still hopefully loads of fun and a chance to really test that Fulham general knowledge. Once again, shout out to my man Jeff Bruce, the man with the big Fulham brain, coming up with these questions. He did such a good job in the first lockdown, and these are some great questions as well. So, are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1. 2021 started as it ended for Fulham with a game called off due to positive COVID tests. Who were we supposed to face at the start of the calendar year? That is question number 1. 2021 started as it ended for Fulham with a game called off due to positive COVID tests. But who were we supposed to face at the start of the calendar year? Okay. Question number 2. Our first match that went ahead in 2021 ended in a 2-0 victory for Fulham. But against which side? So question number 2. Our first match that went ahead in 2021 ended in a 2-0 victory for Fulham. Against which side? I don't know if you want to make a note of the questions as you go, just in case you run out of time. Thinking of the answers, and then at the break at the end of the 30 questions you can go through and all that. I appreciate you guys might be doing this already. Hope that doesn't come across patronisingly. I'm just sort of saying I might be going too quick for some people. Okay, question number 3. We sadly lost a real Fulham character in Tosh Chamberlain at the start of the year, known for his powerful kicking. What injury did goalkeeper Antonee Robinson once suffer after receiving a back pass from Tosh? So we sadly lost a real Fulham character in Tosh Chamberlain at the start of the year, known for his powerful kicking. But what injury did goalkeeper Antonee Robinson once suffer after receiving a back pass from Tosh? Very sad to lose such a legend. He really was. Okay. Question number 4. We're going to get a bit romantic now. Valentine's Day saw us record a 2-0 victory over Everton. How many points had we collectively picked up at Goodison Park in our previous Premier League trips there? So, Valentine's Day, it saw us record a incredible 2-0 victory over Everton. Brilliant game. How many points had we collectively picked up at Goodison Park in our previous Premier League trips there? Okay. Question number 5. Josh Maja had a goal ruled out against Spurs at Craven Cottage after an apparent handball by Mario Lemina. How many days later did a rule change come in which would have allowed the goal to stand? I mean, it hurts even talking about this. This is it's a painful question. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be upsetting a lot of Fulham fans, but Jeff's gone there. Jeff has gone there. So Josh Maja had a goal ruled out against Spurs at Craven Cottage after an apparent handball by Mario Lemina. How many days later did a rule change come in which would have allowed the goal to stand? Okay. We'll move on from that one because it hurt so bad. Question number 6. Mario responded with the winning goal against Liverpool 3 days later. Who scored the winner the last time Fulham won at Anfield? So Mario responded with the winning goal against Liverpool 3 days later. Who scored the winner the last time Fulham won at Anfield? Not always... in a relegation season, it's tough to find the positives. But we won some big games. We had some big victories in there. Yeah, I think we were very unlucky not to stay up. And there were some very, very big results. But yeah, win at Anfield, eh? Question number 7. Fulham's under-18s won the league on the final day, only to lose in the national final against which side? So Fulham's under-18s won the league on the final day, only to lose in the national final against which side? Shout out to the academy at this point, who absolutely smashing it at the moment, playing so well. We got so much young talent in there. Speaking of young talent, question number 8. Fabio Carvalho marked his full debut with a goal at Southampton. What shirt number was he wearing at the time? So, Fabio Carvalho marked his full debut with a goal at Southampton. What shirt number was he wearing at the time? Okay. So, question number 9, our final away game of the Premier League season saw us secure an impressive point at Old Trafford, who scored a brilliant, but maybe controversial opener for Man United that day. So, our final away game of the Premier League season saw us secure an impressive point at Old Trafford, who scored a brilliant, but controversial opener for Manchester United that day. Again, we're hitting up the controversies here just to really upset the Fulham fans. Apologies for this. Hopefully we've had enough time to let it go. I don't know. Question number 10. Tyrese Francoise was given a Premier League debut on the final day of the season. What position did he play that afternoon? So Tyrese Francoise was given a Premier League debut on the final day of the season, but what position did he play that afternoon? Not the greatest final game of our season that I can remember. I think there were 2,000 fans in there, and that was lovely to get the fans back in, but certainly not the result we wanted. That's for sure. Question number 11. Which two players won our 2020-2021 Player and Goal of the Season awards? And for this, we need both correct names for the 1 point. Okay? Not accepting just half the answer here. You're not getting half a point for that either. We want 1 point, both correct names. So which two players won our 2020-21 Player and Goal of the Season awards? Okay. Question number 12. We said goodbye to 3 big Fulham characters in the summer. How many appearances did Marcus Bettinelli, Kevin Macdonald and Stefan Johansson make for the club between them? Is it A, 190, B, 290, C, 390, or D, 490? So we said goodbye to 3 big Fulham characters in the summer. How many appearances did Marcus Bettinelli, Kevin Macdonald and Prince Stefan Johansson make for the club between them? A, 190, B, 290, C, 390 and D, 490. And I don't know about you, even though those 3 have left, Bettinelli, Kevin Macdonald and Stefan Johansson, and they've gone their own separate ways to different clubs, they're still Fulham players in my mind. Certainly Steph Joe, big Kevin Macdonald, what a hero, and Marcus, just Fulham through and through. without getting too sappy and over emotional and sentimental about it, they, to my mind, and I think even to them, they're still Fulham players without a doubt. Hey, Steph Joe, you can put on that QPR shirt, but we know the deal. We know you're a Fulham player. Question 13. In what country did Shahid Khan meet with Marco Silva prior to appointing him as our new head coach? In what country did Shahid Khan meet with Marco Silva prior to appointing him as our new head coach? Now, for those that are, like to visit the website a lot and like to check out the content, I got the opportunity to interview Shahid Khan when he came over recently to check out his team's play, Fulham and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He had a very successful weekend. I think he won the clean sweep, actually. Won it all. So, but in there, if you had watched it, we spoke about that and we revealed that answer. So if you'd seen that video, you're going to know that answer. So, question number 14, Luis Boamorte made a welcome return to Fulham in the summer. But how many appearances did he make for the club as a player? Luis Boamorte made a welcome return to Fulham in the summer, but how many appearances did he make for the club as a player? I'm going to give you a little hint, actually, because you might be thinking, how are we supposed to get that? The hint is it's a landmark figure. So it can kind of be rounded off, if that makes sense. Hope that helped as a clue. Okay. Also at this point, a shout out to Boa, who really is one of the nicest guys you'll meet. And although I'm not glorifying this, there was something quite awesome about the fact, I might get told off for saying this, but about the fact he was booked on his first match back at Craven Cottage in the dugout. And I think he might have been booked on his last game at Fulham, and someone was trying to work out, is that a record for a player to go 13, 14, might even be more years between bookings at the same ground? I don't know. Someone will know the answer to that. Someone will know exactly what I'm kind of just saying it off the top of my head here, but there is some fact there that's very, very cool indeed. And I'm not condoning the booking, of course not, but he's a passionate man. He's a passionate man and was passionate about Fulham that day, so you understand that. Anyway, good old Boa. Right, sorry, moving on. Here we go. Question number 15. How many players were given a Fulham debut on the opening day of the season against Middlesbrough? That is, how many players were given a Fulham debut on the opening day of the season against Middlesbrough? Give you a chance to think about it. And we'll move on. Question number 16. Jay Stansfield scored his first senior goal in the Carabao Cup against Birmingham City. Who else was on target that night? So Jay Stansfield scored his first senior goal in the Carabao Cup against Birmingham City, but who else was on target that night? He's, again, wonderful talent. He's going to go on to do very big things, I think, Jay Stansfield. Question number 17. From which Brazilian side did we buy Rodrigo Muniz? From which Brazilian side did we buy Rodrigo Muniz? Again, really lovely guy. I know that comes across anyway on the pitch, and I've only had a chance to interact with him a couple of times. And every time, just the sweetest guy. Clearly is loving playing for Fulham, and all the other players in the team seem to absolutely love him. So again, fitting right into Fulham and scoring already, despite not many minutes. So exciting man to be watching. I think he's going to really progress in a Fulham shirt. Okay, question number 18. Due to quarantine reasons, in which European city did Rodrigo's medical take place? So due to quarantine reasons, in which European city did Rodrigo's medical take place? I would not have a clue about this. Not a clue. So shout out, respect if you know the answer to this. Maybe I missed something in an article somewhere, but yeah. Wow. So due to quarantine reasons, in which European city did Rodrigo's medical take place? Question number 19. After a disappointing afternoon in Coventry, Fulham responded by winning how many matches in a row? It's a nice positive question for you there. After a disappointing afternoon in Coventry, Fulham responded by winning how many matches in a row? I mean, this is recent memory, so I feel like most people should know this. Most people should just get this straight away, have it on the tip of their tongue. So with that in mind, I'm going to move on. Question number 20. What is the next thing Gentleman Jim says in this clip?
And he finds Antonee Robinson in space, left-hand side, midway inside the Queen's Park Rangers half, up to the penalty area, and a right-footed shot, deflected, and it's 4-1.
All right, so what is the next thing that Gentleman Jim says in this clip? Let's repeat the clip. Here we go.
And he finds Antonee Robinson in space, left-hand side, midway inside the Queen's Park Rangers half, up to the penalty area, and a right-footed shot, deflected, and it's 4-1.
Always love it when we can include Gentleman Jim clips in these things. I live for these clips. Love it. Right, question number 21. Tom Cairney's goal-scoring return to action against Cardiff was his first appearance in how many months? So Tom Cairney's goal-scoring return to action against Cardiff was his first appearance in how many months? And what a ridiculous goal. Love that man. So Tom Cairney's goal-scoring return to action against Cardiff was his first appearance in how many months? Question number 22. Fulham's 7-0 victory over Blackburn Rovers was our largest away win since we beat which side 8-0 in the 60s? So Fulham's 7-0 victory over Blackburn Rovers was our largest away win since we beat which side 8-0 in the 60s? This, everyone says it, I know. But the Championship is crazy. It's awesome. It is such an enjoyable league. It's an exciting league to be part of. But how have we beaten Blackburn 7-0? They've then gone on this run, and as I think they're level on points currently as we speak. I think possibly. Don't know how long it will change. Obviously, we got some game in hands going on, but insane. What a crazy league. 7-0 though, that was good though, right? Question number 23. Aleksandar Mitrović was our top scorer in 2021 with 23 goals. Who was next on the list? So question 23. Aleksandar Mitrović was our top scorer in 2021 with 23 goals. Who's next on the list? Question 24. In which game did Aleksandar Mitrović register 1 goal and 2 assists? In which game did Aleksandar Mitrović register 1 goal and 2 assists? Little moment to throw some love at Aleksandar Mitrović. I mean, let's be honest, already a Fulham legend. Hopefully they should be already carving that statue of him out of bronze somewhere, ready to erect, maybe in the new Riverside stand. But what a man. And the fact that, under Silva, his game has gone from not only goal scoring relentlessly, but also his assist game is right up there. Got so much love for that guy. Brilliant. Okay, question number 25. How many new grounds did Fulham play at in 2021? Okay, so how many new grounds did Fulham play at in 2021? So these are football stadiums where we've never previously played a game. How many new grounds did Fulham play at in 2021? Give you a little moment to think about that. If you can hear anything weird right now, I've got my cat licking its leg. It's giving itself a little clean next to me. So if you're hearing any kind of slight weird licking noises, it's my cat having a little self wash next to me. Maybe at the end of the quiz, I'll pick her up and show her to you. She only got 3 legs. It's by the by. She lost a leg this year, and we don't know how. Just went missing for a night. We found her and she had to lose her leg. But I'm going to try and keep it light. She's handling having 3 legs very, very well, and cracking on with her life. Shout out to my cat Dolly. We'll get her up in a minute. Right, let's move on. Sorry, get distracted. Question number 26. Jean-Michel Seri is second in the assist charts for Fulham this season with 6. Who is the only man ahead of him? So, the one and only, the man reborn, Jean-Michel Seri is second in the assist charts for Fulham this season with 6. Who is the only man ahead of him? Question number 27. Mitro was named Championship PFA Player of the Month for September, October and November. How many players before him had won this award 3 months in a row? Mitro was named Championship PFA Player of the Month for September, October and November. How many players before him had won this award 3 months in a row? Loving the Mitro love in these questions. So good. Question number 28. We're getting close to the end now. What was the most popular news story on FulhamFC.com in 2021? So what was the most popular news story on Fulham FC in 2021? So this is a little hint for you guys. This is not something that's actually been revealed. We've never said this is the most popular news story. So just have a think about those important stories that have been on the website this year. And it's something that really piqued the interest of the Fulham fan base. So think of those kind of those stories and see if you can work out the answer. So what was the most popular news story on FulhamFC.com in 2021? Question number 29, our penultimate question, almost couldn't say that. How many of our 2021 signings had spent some time in Fulham's academy as a youngster? So how many of our 2021 signings had spent some time in Fulham's academy as a youngster? You have a little think about that. That's our signings. Our signings. Okay, and the final question, question number 30, a question close to my heart, as I get the honour of getting to interview these players on the pitch at half-time in front of the Fulham faithful. But question 30 is name a recipient of the Forever Fulham Award in 2021. So this is an award we give Fulham legends, young and old, just anyone associated with the club that is Fulham through and through. And, over the years, we've given the award out to some, incredible people. And this year as well, luckily we've been able to bring it back, and it's been really lovely to do. So, yes, you've got an opportunity here. Just think of anyone, if you've been at any games, if you've witnessed any of the Forever Fulham awards, have a little think, pop the answer down. We're just looking for one of the Forever Fulham awards. And that is it. What we're going to do now is we're going to take like a 5-10 minute break where you guys can go over the answers, yell at each other, disagree about, hey, that's not the right answer. Or maybe you guys are like just cocksure. You're like, yeah, we nailed this. We don't even need to do anything. In which case, get yourselves a drink, something to eat. And we're going to be back in like 5-10 minutes with the answers. Right, welcome back. Hopefully you've all had a chance to grab yourself some refreshments and you've all deliberated over the answers and are happy with the 30 that you've put down. So without further ado, let's get to the answers. Let's see how we get on. So question number 1 was, 2021 started as it ended for Fulham with a game called off due to positive COVID tests. Who were we supposed to face at the start of the calendar year? It was Burnley. I imagine a lot of you guys might have said Spurs, but that fixture was actually due to be played a few days earlier at the end of December. So a bit of a naughty one to start with. So if you said Spurs, apologies. It is actually Burnley. Question number 2, our first match that went ahead in 2021 ended in a 2-0 victory for Fulham against which side? I mean, it's the side that we literally like to beat for fun, just relentlessly. And it was quite a modest victory. Normally we like to smash this team to bits, but it was QPR. We needed extra time this time, but eventually the goals from Bobby Decker-Dover-Reid and Neeskens Cabano saw us through in the FA Cup. So the answer for question number 2, QPR. Question number 3, we sadly lost a real Fulham character in Tosh Chamberlain at the start of the year, known for his powerful kicking. But what injury did goalkeeper Tony Macedo once suffer after receiving a back pass from Tosh? The answer to this is broken ribs. Fancy that, broken ribs from a back pass. My God. I mean, I don't know if the ball was frozen or something, but mixture between like a hard ball and Tosh's powerhouse of a kick. But yeah, wow. As well, there's another story as well. It's a nice little extra fact that Jeff's put down here. It's another story, details how he snapped a corner flag in 2 pieces while delivering the ball. I mean, what a legend. What a legend. Okay, question number 4. Valentine's Day saw us record a 2-0 victory over Everton. How many points have we collectively picked up at Goodison Park in our previous Premier League trips there? The answer is a whopping 0. 0. That game was the first time we'd ever returned from Everton with a positive result in the Premier League. Pretty Fulhamish that no fans as well were able to attend that and witness that, which is, typical. But there we go. So 0 points. Question number 5. Josh Maja had a goal ruled out against Spurs at Craven Cottage after an apparent handball. Mario Lemina. How many days later did a rule change come in which would have allowed the goal to stand? It was 1. I remember this, and I remember the understandable fury from Fulham fans. It was ludicrous. But it was the very next day, the IFAB confirmed accidental handballs that lead to a teammate scoring a goal would no longer be considered an offence. So, really worked in our favour, that. Cheers, guys. Thanks for that. Question number 6. Mario then responded, legend, with a winning goal against Liverpool 3 days later. But who scored the winner last time Fulham won at Anfield? So who scored the winner last time Fulham won at Anfield? It is Martin Skirtle. It was an own goal. Bit of a trick question that, but it was an own goal from Skirtle that gave Fulham the 1-0 lead, the 1-0 win, at Anfield back in May 2012. So thank you very much to Martin Skirtle for that. Question number 7. Fulham's under-18s won the league on the final day, only to lose in the national final against which side? Manchester City. The boys beat Chelsea on the final day to win the Southern Divisional title, but then lost 3-1 to Manchester City, who had won the Northern section. So very, very unlucky to a very, very talented youth team. Question number 8. Fabio Carvalho marked his full debut with a goal at Southampton. What shirt number was he wearing at the time? Fair play if you got this. Number 48. I do the team lineups and read the shirts, and I wouldn't have got that. So 48. He wears 28 now this season, but last time he had 48 on the back of his shirt. Question number 9. Our final away game of the Premier League season saw us secure an impressive point at Old Trafford. Who scored a brilliant / controversial opener for Manchester United that day? It was Edison Cavani. It was a brilliant long distance lob. But it should have been offside. We all know that. Like, how it wasn't disallowed for being offside in days of VAR and all that, rubbish. Just crazy. Again, another one of those moments of the season where you go, along with the new rule coming in the next day after the disallowed goal against Spurs. It's one of those moments where you just go, it's not going to be our season, is it? So Edison Cavani is the answer. Question number 10. Tyrese Francoise was given a Premier League debut on the final day of the season. What position did he play that afternoon? So Tyrese Francoise was given a Premier League debut on the final day of the season, but what position did he play that afternoon? It was left wing back. So give yourselves a point if you said left back. So Tyrese, he's usually a central midfielder by trade, but came on as a substitute for Joe Bryan against Newcastle that day. A game that pretty good to forget, I'd say. Let's do our very best to forget that Newcastle game. But left wing back, we'll accept left back. Question number 11. Which two players won the 2020-21 Player and Goal of the Season awards? We wanted both correct names for 1 point. It was Alphonse Areola won our Player of the Season, and Ola Aina won our Goal of the Season for his effort against West Brom Bullet. It was awesome. So Areola and Ola Aina. Question 12, we said goodbye to three big Fulham characters in the summer. How many appearances did Marcus Bettinelli, Kevin Macdonald and Stefan Johansson make for the club between them? A, 190, B, 290, C, 390, D, 490. The answer was A, 309. The answer wasn't A, hang on. Woo, give me a sec. The answer wasn't A, so if you wrote A, you're wrong. I read A, which means answer, as A. So the answer is actually C, 390. Just wanted to keep you guys on your toes. Yeah, I am very professional. The answer was C, 390, which, is incredible that. They also left with 2 playoff winners' medals each. Like legends of the club. Brilliant. Question 13. In what country did Shahid Khan meet with Marco Silva prior to appointing him as our new head coach? It was Portugal. Speaking after the appointment, Mr. Khan said, the borders of Portugal were open, so we agreed to connect there, but I would have met him anywhere based on the favourable reports I'd received in the weeks prior to his interview. So, yes, so he had actually went to Portugal and appointed him himself. So, there we go. Right, Luis Boamorte made a welcome return to Fulham in the summer. How many appearances did he make for the club as a player? It was a landmark figure. That was the hint I gave you. It was 250. 250 appearances he made. And a little bonus fact for you. He scored, I'm going to give you a chance to yell it out loud. Who knows? 54 times. 54 times. Incredible. How many players were given a Fulham debut on the opening day of the season against Middlesbrough? The answer to that was 2. 2. And they were Paulo Gazzaniga and Harry Wilson. So 2. Question number 16. Jay Stansfield scored his first senior goal in the Carabao Cup against Birmingham City. Who else was on target that night? It was Jedi Man himself, Antonee Robinson. He was also, that was his first goal for the club as well. Antonee Robinson. Question 17. From which Brazilian side did we buy Rodrigo Muniz? It was Flamengo. Flamengo. So, which Brazilian side did we buy Rodrigo Muniz? It was Flamengo. Question 18. Still on the Muniz. Due to quarantine reasons, in which European city did Rodrigo's medical take place? It was Barcelona. I did not know this at all. Barcelona, the UK, was on Brazil's red list, meaning that Rodrigo had to spend 8 days in Spain before coming over. And to save time, his medical and visa was sorted there during this period. Question 19. After a disappointing afternoon in Coventry, Fulham responded by winning how many matches in a row? The answer, of course, 7. This is recent history, so recently implanted in our memory. But yes, 7 matches in a row. After losing Coventry, went on to beat QPR, obviously, Cardiff, Forest, West Brom, Blackburn, Peterborough and Barnsley in consecutive matches. Question 20. What is the next thing Gentleman Jim says in this clip?
And he finds Antonee Robinson in space, left-hand side, midway inside the Queen's Park Rangers half, up to the penalty area, and a right-footed shot, deflected, and it's 4-1.
And let's play the answer.
And he finds Antonee Robinson in space, left-hand side, midway inside the Queen's Park Rangers half, up to the penalty area, the right-footed shot, it's deflected, and it's 4-1, and you can go home now.
Of course, and he says, and you can go home now, quite often actually. When we're winning pretty comfortably, it's right. Final goal goes in. That's it. You sealed it. You can go home now. Yeah. Love that, man. Right, Tom Cairney, question number 21. Tom Cairney's goal-scoring return to action against Cardiff was his first appearance in how many months? The answer was 10. 10 months. Tom Cairney's appearance off the bench against Cardiff came after 10 months and 1 day after he played in the 1-1 draw against Newcastle United in the Premier League. And boy, did we miss that player. Wonderful player. So it was 10 months and a day. So 10 months is the answer there. Question 22. Fulham's 7-0 victory over Blackburn Rovers was our largest away win since we beat which side 8-0 in the 60s? The answer, and fair play if you got this, Halifax Town. One of Gentleman Jim's favourite ever players, Steve Earle, bagged 5 that day. 5 for Steve Earle. There we go. So Halifax Town is the answer there. Question number 23. Aleksandar Mitrović was our top scorer in 21 with 23 goals. Who was next on the list? It was another very, very gifted player this season. Harry Wilson is the answer. Harry Wilson. He scored 6 goals in his Fulham career, putting him 1 ahead of Fabio Carvalho. So Harry Wilson. Question number 24. In which game did Aleksandar Mitrović register 1 goal and 2 assists? This is a fun one, because the answer is Blackburn Rovers, and with a score like 7-0, you'd half expect Mitro to get about 4 or 5 of them. Pull off a Steve Earle against Halifax Town and get 5 in the bag. But no, he didn't. He kindly left it to the other teams that day. Just scored the 1 and assisted 2. So there we go. Blackburn Rovers. He set up, for those that want to know, Harry Wilson's goals in the second half, both the goals. So fair play, assisting for fun now as well. Question number 25. How many new grounds did Fulham play at in 2021? So these are football stadiums where we'd never previously played a game. The answer is 2. It is 2. You've got the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We were supposed to play there in the 2018-19, but they were still at Wembley that time. And then also the Coventry Building Society Stadium, Coventry at Highfield Road, when we last faced them in the 80s. So there were 2. So Tottenham and Coventry. Question number 26. Jean-Michel Seri is second in the assist charts for Fulham this season with 6. Who is the man, the only man ahead of him? The answer again, Harry Wilson. He is another answer. Harry Wilson. Harry has 7, while he has... While we have several players, sorry, this is another little fact from our man Jeff. He does this to me, spoils me with these things. He puts all the facts in there. He's brilliant. Thanks, Jeff. So while we have several players on 5 assists, Mitro, Bobby, and Neeskens, Harry does have 7. Fair play. Question number 27. Mitro was named Championship PFA Player of the Month for September, October and November, but how many players before him had won this award 3 months in a row? The answer is a record-breaking 0. He's made history, my man, Mitro. He's picked up the award for 3 consecutive months. No one's done it before. He's a man. He's a legend. He's ours. He's all ours. Mitro, 0. Question 28. What was the most popular news story on FulhamFC.com in 2021? This is not something we've ever spoken about or announced in hey, this is the most popular story. This is just your chance for you to go back and have a think about what it could be, what came up. Obviously, there are a number of stories, but there was one in particular that really piqued the interest of the Fulham fan base. And it was Kevin Macdonald's story. This was back in March, and Fulham FFC TV sat down with Kevin to explain the kidney problems that he's been battling throughout his career. It was a really honest, heartfelt interview, and it obviously clearly resonated with you guys as well. It received more than 53,000 hits, just that interview alone. So and it's great as well to see Kevin and his brother Fraser doing so well now. So if you've not had a chance to go and watch it, go back and watch it. And yeah, check it out on the website. But yeah, shout out as well again to Kevin and his brother for doing so well. So there we go. That is the most popular story on the FulhamFC.com. Question number 29. How many of our 2021 signings have spent time in the Fulham Academy as a youngster? These were signings, not just players that we bought up in 2021. The answer is 2. Josh Madger and Nathaniel Chalaba both spent some time at Motspur Park in their youth. So the answer is 2. And the final question, again, one close to my heart, like I said, that the Forever Fulham Award. We want you to name a recipient of the Forever Fulham Award in 2021. The award that we give out to club legends at halftime on the pitch in front of the Fulham faithful. And it's so nice that it's been brought back this season after not getting a chance to do it during COVID. So you could have had any one of these answers: Johnny Key, John Mitchell, Bill Muddyman, Jeff Eckhart, Chris Baird, Ray Lewington and Terry Bullivant. So that is Johnny Key, John Mitchell, Bill Muddyman, Jeff Eckhart, Chris Baird, Ray Lewington and Terry Bullivant. So there we go. That is the final answer of your 30 questions. Tot up your answers. Let us know how you did in the comments below or on Twitter. Let's see if anyone got close to getting 30 out of 30. I reckon some of you might have done it this time. I think before, when we did the quizzes in the initial lockdown, there were some real tough questions, like tough questions. And so I'm not entirely sure anyone ever got a full house. But I reckon there's going to be a few 30s out of 30s. But let us know how you got on. And hey, listen, it's been an interesting year, isn't it? 2021, let's be honest. And it's been lovely to have all the fans back in the cottage. From a personal point of view, it really, really has. And hopefully, I know that there's some games being postponed and cancelled, and obviously, we don't exactly know what the next few months hold with regards COVID. But I'm, hoping that you guys get to continue to come down the cottage and cheer on Fulham, because the place is not the same without you guys. But listen, that's it for the Fulham Quiz. That's it for 2021. Hoping that you stay safe, stay well, stay happy, and that 2022 brings you guys and brings everyone a lot of health and happiness and a Fulham promotion. That's what I'm hoping. Big love, Fulham fans. Catch you soon. Happy New Year.